Hi students, I hope that everything is going well so far for you in the course. I wanted to check in with you now that we are into Module 2 and post a little video so that you have an idea of what's going on. At this point, you should be done with Module 1. So that's one thing I want to really stress. If more than one module is open, please work sequentially through them. So don't skip around from Module 1 then to Module 4 and do a little here and there. The best thing that you can do is finish all of Module 1 and then move on to Module 2 and 3 and 4, so on and so forth. Otherwise, you're going to realize how easy it is to get things out of order and then skip over an assignment just unknowingly. So now that we are going into Module 2, the first thing that you are going to notice, just like in Module 1, will be your printable to-do list. So go ahead and print that off and it will get built upon each week, so you will see what's coming up. So underneath that, you're going to notice what we're working on this week. And the big focus this week is going to be word parts. We're not going to need our textbook this week. However, we will need it starting in the following module. So Module 3, you will be required to have a textbook by that point. So make sure you acquire one. Between now and then, we do have them in our CAC bookstore. Remember what I said, that if you make the decision to order one and it doesn't come in time, you need to make other arrangements in order to finish your assignments. We do have textbooks that you can use while you are in one of our CAC libraries or in our learning center. So not having a textbook is not an excuse for not finishing work. Make sure you're getting it done. Okay, so word parts is the big focus. Prefixes, suffixes, and roots. You are going to watch a pretty short, it's only about 6 minutes long, YouTube video that explains word parts called Expanding Your Vocabulary Using Word Parts. Underneath that, you're going to see a pink link that says Printable Word Part Notes. Be sure that you print that off. And remember, everything that's printable, make sure you print that as we go. Once a module closes, you cannot go back and access the information there. So you're going to want to have a notebook that you're printing off your notes and PowerPoints when I give you those. Print them off and keep them put in there in an organized fashion. And that will help you with your midterm as well as your final exam in this class, because you will be able to use some of that at that time. So print off the word part notes. Be sure to read through it. When you watch the video, the YouTube video, make sure you take some notes on that as well. Don't just kind of turn it on and then zone out, not paying any attention. You need to understand what's going on in that, because underneath that, in a blue link, you're going to see an assignment that you need to complete. It is called Word Part Knowledge. It is a Blackboard assignment, quiz-based, so you'll answer all the questions directly onto Blackboard for that. You only have one opportunity to do that, so be careful. Don't submit until you're sure you're ready to submit, because once you've submitted, that's it. So if you skipped over questions or anything, you're going to receive a 0 on those. So don't submit it until you're done. Underneath that is a purple link. This is a reading assignment. You're going to want to print this off. The title of this short story is An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. This is really just to kind of start you into reading. It's a fun reading. It's just a fictional story that I think that you'll hopefully enjoy. It's at least entertaining. You're going to want to pay attention to it. My advice whenever you have reading assignments like that is to read it out loud. It might be kind of awkward, especially if you're reading by yourself, but you would be surprised how much better your comprehension will be if you're reading it out loud. Of course, if you have an older audience at home, the story is not appropriate for children, but maybe, I don't know, 13 years and older, if you have somebody you could read to, then they would like it. It's enough. It's not so long that you couldn't read it in one sitting, or maybe an older person in your family that you'd like to sit down and read with. That's fine. If you have nobody, read it to your dog, or steal a dog and read Don't Steal a Dog. All right, I think that goes without saying. Ask your neighbor if you could borrow their dog and you can read to it. How much would that dog love that? It would adore it. So my point is, read it out loud. It will be helpful. Underneath that, you'll have a Blackboard assignment called An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, and that is to be taken after you have read the story. Of course, you can print that story off and have it right in front of you. So the last question on it, though, is for you to summarize what happened, including the ending. So make sure that you understand it, because there's kind of some tricks and turns, and it's super mysterious. That's a good way to put it, I think. So make sure you understand what's going on. And that is all you have to do this week. Remember to get your textbook for next week. Hopefully you are using your planner that we talked about. If not, you've got some sort of time management system in place. This module will be due the Monday that's coming at midnight. So make sure you pay attention to that due date so that you're not missing anything like that. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, be sure that you let me know in a timely fashion and we can work it out. Good luck. Keep going.